Hey everyone, welcome back to Jntuk's concepts. So in this video, we are going to start a new subject, that is construction technology and management. So in our previous video, we have completed introduction to quantum technology and applications. With that, till now we have covered three subjects and we are heading to the fourth subject. So the unit 1 concepts for artificial intelligence, computer networks and internet protocols, introduction to quantum technologies and applications. The entire first unit concepts are available in the form of playlist. You can check it out. I'll be tagging you the links for those playlists just in the above. So if you are new to Jntuk's concepts channel, here we cover all the Jntu subjects that are important for university exams or college exams, that those colleges which are affiliated under Jntu universities. So don't forget to subscribe this channel, do like this video, and without any further delay, let's get into our today's topic, project forms. So before directly getting into project forms, what is mean by project in the subject of construction technology and management? In construction technology or methodology, a project is a planned and time-bound activity carried out to build or improve a physical structure like a building, road, bridges, etc. within a defined cost, time, and a quality standard. So the subject is more on the general side. We know the constructions and the work related in that field. So this is the basic definition of project. What is mean by project in the construction domain? Projects are further classified into types based on the purpose, nature of work, and quality of work, etc. criteria. So the first one, or the first type of project, is residential projects. These are projects related to living purposes which are privately funded. These have simple design, low cost compared to other projects. It mostly focuses on comfort and safety. For example, houses, apartments, villas, flats, hostels, etc. The next one is commercial projects. These are built for business purposes and profit making activities. It has high quality finishing, medium to high cost, and complex infrastructure. A better example for commercial projects can be office buildings, shopping malls, hotels, restaurants, etc. Industrial projects. These are projects related to manufacturing or production. It involves heavy duty construction and it primarily focuses on durability, efficiency, and safety control. Examples can be factories, power plants, refineries, warehouses, production facilities, etc. Heavy civil projects are infrastructure projects. These are large-scale utility projects funded by government. They have long timelines and environment implications. For example, railways and metro stations, airports and seaports, dams and canals, roads and highways, etc. Institutional projects. These are built for service or social development. It has strict standards, regulatory compliance, and focuses more on the functionality and accessibility. A good examples for institutional projects can be schools, colleges, hospitals, universities, government buildings, etc. Specialized projects. These projects involve an advanced technology and expertise. It has high risk and requires advanced equipment and skilled manpower. These are unique in design challenges as compared to the remaining projects. These are more complex and a better version in design. For example, stadiums, smart buildings, religious structures, etc. So now let's get into our main topic, that is project forms. A project form is a way of construction project. There are various project forms depending on the project size, complexity, etc. factors. A project form is structured in terms of roles of power, contract, etc. risk sharing, method of execution, responsibility allocation, etc. between the owner of the project and the contractor. There are various types, but we will be discussing the key or the important project forms. The first one is design bid build. It is also known as the traditional method and most commonly used one. Here, design, building, and construction phases are carried out sequentially and separately. At first, the design is completed by the consultants, then contractors bid on that design. The lowest bidder gets the contract and they complete the project as per the design. So for this project form, there are some pros or advantages like construction starts after design completion, clear roles and responsibilities for both owner and the construction contractor and design consultant, separate contracts for design and construction, transparency of cost. So the owner can have a better transparency for the design cost and the actual construction cost. As there are advantages, there is also some cons or disadvantages. Usually, the projects which follow design bid build project form have longer project duration and high risk of disputes between separate contacts, as the design and build contract is handled by two separate contracts or two separate contractors. So there can be a chance of dispute between those two people. So let's move to the next project form, that is design and build project form. Here a single entity handles everything. That is one contractor required for both design and construction. The owner enters into a single contract with the design build contractor, then the contractor is responsible for the project's design and construction according to the owner's requirement. So as we have seen in the previous one, that is design bid build, there are two people required for the project completion, one for the design, one for the construction. But whereas in design and build project form, there is only one single entity. That means the owner goes to one single contractor who handles both the design and construction part, and the contractor moves the project as per the owner's requirement. This form of project also have some advantages like single point responsibility, less conflicts and disputes between designer and contractor, faster execution and completion. There are some disadvantages too, like limited design control for the owner, difficult to compare bids, requires clear project requirements. Let's move to the third project form, that is turnkey project form. Here single contractor is responsible for planning, design, construction, installation, etc. of the project. And after completing the entire project, the contractor simply hands it over to the owner in fully operational and ready to use condition. So now that owner can just turn the key and start using the facility immediately. Pros for this type of project form are single point responsibility, single contractor handles end-to-end execution, fixed cost and time, and minimal involvement of owner. Whereas cons are like high contractor responsibility, difficult to make decisions or changes after signing the contract, less control over design. So now let's move to the fourth type of project form, EPC project form. It stands for engineering, procurement and construction project form. Here a single contractor handles all the EPC works and deliver the project to the owner within a fixed cost and time. It has single person responsibility and minimal involvement of owner. There are some pros for this type of project form. They are reduced risk for owner, faster execution of project, clear accountability of the project by the contractor. There are some disadvantages too, like higher contract cost requires clear initial project definition, limited flexibility for design changes. So that's it about the fourth type of project form. Let's move to the fifth and the last type of project form, that is PPP project form or triple P project form. Here both the public and private sector partners with each other to develop, finance, construct and the maintenance of a public infrastructure or service. This is mutually agreed contract as both parties share risk, responsibilities and rewards. Private sector brings the capital management, etc. But whereas public sector or the government brings support, land, rights, etc. The PPP or triple P stands for public private partnership. There are some advantages of this type of project form. Reduced financial burden on government, the faster implementation, improved service. Also this type of, there are some disadvantages too, like complex legal contracts, potential tariffs by governments, risk of disputes or disagreements between the public and private parties. So that is all about the project forms in construction technology and management. So the summary of this video can be in project forms. At first we have discussed what is mean by a project. It is a time bounded activity that is undertaken to improve or to build a physical structure like buildings, roads, bridges, etc. within a defined cost, time, and a quality standard. We have also discussed what are the types of projects, and then we have discussed what is mean by project form, what are the criterias, and what are the types of project forms. There are mainly 5 types of project forms like design bid build, design and build, turnkey, EPC, and then triple B project form. So that is project forms topic in construction technology and management of 3-1 semester in R23 regulation. So I hope you have understood this concept. In our next video, we'll be covering the next topic, that is management objectives and functions. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe and keep learning.